Thank you very much. On behalf of India Business Group Chamber of Commerce, a wholehearty welcome to each and every one of you and a global namaste. Truly delighted to welcome you all, as we all know that we are truly excited and thrilled to have the film vertical here at the India Business Group Chamber of Commerce, where we have legends who really join us and talk to us about, of course, the film industry and their whereabouts, where we get the chance to be the best version of ourselves if we belong to this field or if we really want to know more about this. It's always been a dream for all of us to know about the Bollywood, of course, and the fraternity. And Bollywood ki jab baat hoti hai, it's always the music which really touches our hearts. And that's what makes it extremely special. Truly honored and delighted to have with us our guest here today, the very renowned music directors, composers, and of course, our legends, Anand Milind Srivastav. Absolutely a pleasure to have both of you here, both the brothers here. And before we go ahead and hear from them, it's time for us to truly thank Mr. Vikash Mitra Sen for making this possible, because it's going to once again be a beautiful experience for everyone to know right from Amir Khan to Shah Rukh Khan to Salman Khan and know the whereabouts about them and the music fraternity. It's time for us to welcome the founder of India Business Group Chamber of Commerce, our Honorary Consul General of the Republic of Mali, and the chairman of Nazara Technologies, a young radio jockey, and of course, the business guru, Mr. Vikash Mitra Sen. Over to you. Global Namaste. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Do you want me to speak at the end so that more people are there to listen?
Sure. Sure, sir. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Welcome.
And of
Please.
course,
Go ahead.
thank you, sir. A very dynamic CEO, Priya Pansare. Thank you for making it possible, making the ends meet. And Priya makes sure that everyone makes the most out of this wondrous platform, which is a blessing to all of us, India Business Group Chamber of Commerce. A humble request to our CEO, Priya Pansare, please.
Good morning, everyone. So today's session is amongst the most happening vertical in IBG, the media and the film vertical. So please enjoy the session and special welcome to Mr. Srivastava. Thanks a lot for accepting to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Priya. I'm truly delighted to welcome Mr. Yusuf Sheikh, who's heading our wondrous film vertical, who'll join us in a few minutes from now, and we're going to request him to speak a few words then. But it's time for us to introduce the very, very dynamic music directors. Of course, we've heard of them, we've heard their songs, we've grown up with them right from the 80s. They started with Ab Aayega Maza. मजा तो हमें तब आया जो बात लास्ट वीक हुई थी उसकी तो मैं बात जरूर करना चाहूंगी बिफोर आई हैंड इट ओवर टू देम, पर मैं जरूर कहना चाहूंगी, you know, it was QSQT, Kayamat Se Kayamat Tak, in 1988, which really changed the graph for them completely. They belonged to the family of
Hello.
legends and they owe it all to their father. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And they owe it to their dad and their parents, of course, for being in this musical arena. But right from Papa Kehte Hain, Bada Naam Karega, to the songs of Govinda, to, of course, the Dak Dak Karne Laga, the Madhuri Dixit girl, they've really made the best of songs for all the superstars. And actually, it's the other way around. Superstars have been known as superstars right after the popular songs of none other than our legends, Anand Milind. And before I hand it over to Anand, sir, I'm going to just narrate this very, very interesting, uh, instance which happened last week. We were here doing a show, and I'm going to definitely ask Mr. Vikash Mitra Sen to allow me to speak this. And we had the entire conversation for 1 hour plus, which is a talk show, which is something surprising, which is going to be unveiled in the month of Jan. So we had Mr. Vikash Mitra Sen, Anand Milind sir, and myself on this wonderful platform of Zoom. We got to know about the entire career graph, and the last sentence was, Mr. Anand Milind said that, we used to stay at Khar and we had this nice place. And Mr. Vikash Mitra Sen, our business guru, said, yeah, we also had our bungalow, in the similar vicinity. They said, oh, it was just 4 buildings away. Oh, yes. Oh, then, and the last sentence was where Anand Srivastava said, oh, then I think we must be having common friends. Why not? So they said, yeah, why not? And they said, then you must be knowing Bhartu and Bolu. And guess what must have happened? I just want you to keep guessing. And I'm going to come back with the answer right after we hear from our legends, may we please invite Mr. Anand Srivastava. Global Namaste, Anand sir. Thank you so much for being here with us. And we definitely want to hear from you. आपके गाना भी सुनना चाहेंगे और आपकी जो beautiful कहानी है, you know, of right from 80s till date. Please, over to you, sir.
See, actually, we didn't have any intention of joining the film industry because coming from a Srivastav Kayast family, it was all about studies. My dad, उस ज़माने में, he had done his double MA with economics and political science, and then he did journalism. Then he joined as a lecturer in some college in Patna. And all my relatives, most of them are in the income tax department or IAS or IFS. तो उस तरह का माहौल हमेशा रहा है. But dad was a successful composer. And then what happened was that we had a piano at home. So when dad knew that, you know, I was very good in studies, both my sisters as well as Milind. I used to be a topper, always coming first or second in my class. I still have the report cards. So around, I think it was when I was in the 8th or 9th standard, our dad said कि he thought that इसकी पढ़ाई तो अच्छे से चल ही रही है, अभी disturbance होने का कोई chance नहीं है. So he said कि there's a piano at home, and he knew that I had rhythm and, you know, all that in me, जिसको कहते हैं ना blood में. That was the time I started learning the piano, but that was for my own entertainment and shock के लिए. It was not to make it a profession or anything else. And neither did I want, nor did dad want that he come in this industry, जैसा हमेशा होता है. And then gradually I joined college. I did my graduation with chemistry. After that, I did a course in business administration from Danukar College, Bombay. Then I joined law because it was, in those days, it was said that if you have a law degree, you get a better job. At that time, unfortunately, my dad had some illnesses and he had just recovered. And when he restarted and he started getting work all over again, it was more of moral support than anything else. Where I and Milind accompanied him to studios and for meetings with the producers and all that. And gradually we started getting the hang of it. And then as people say, कि जो लिखा हुआ होता है, वही होता है. And one person I always give credit to is Mr. Pankaj Parashar, the famous director who's directed so many films, including Jalwa, our first film, Ab Aayega Maza, Chalbaz, etc. When we were kids, he used to drop down to our place. He used to stay just 2 buildings away. And he used to always tell me, कि जब मैं director बनूंगा, I'll sign you up as a composer. And he kept his word. So that was the beginning for us.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Truly, truly amazing. Thank you, Yusuf Sheikh, sir, is here with us. And before we request Milind, Yusuf, would you like to say something to our legends who are here with us today?
Hi. Hi, welcome, sir. Hi, welcome, sir. To the IBG forum. It's amazing to hear you and the story that goes behind how you came into the industry. We've been great fans of your work. There is so much to talk about, and we want to hear you talk about the music that you created, how you really changed the game and became youth icons when you give different kind of music to all these new films. So sorry, I'm in a public facility, so I'm not able to talk very loudly. But sure. Very warm welcome, and let's hear you, sir. Let's hear you. Sure. And Milind ji, both Anand, dono ko sunte hain. It would be great.
Thank you, Yusuf sir. And we're going to request now Mr. Milind to tell us more about this beauty studio they've had of 4 decades plus. Milind, we want to request you to go further and, the kind of work you've done with everyone, all the legends. And we also want to know all the names, because everyone in the music industry, you've watched them, you've seen them, met them at your place. And let me tell you all, by the way, how the name Milind is kept is also by our forever legend. Milind, thank you so much, and a wholehearty welcome to you.
Hello. Good morning to everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Just let me get set. Yeah.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
So, Milind, right from, how you got the name to your lovely experience as the legends, because they say it's always music in Bollywood which makes the film. And this is what it is. And we owe it all to Anand Milind. So, Milind, at first, we want to know about your name as well. It's been extremely special. And of course, about the music industry and the experience you've had.
Well, my name was kept by none other than Lata ji, Lata Mangeshkar ji, whom we fondly call right from childhood as Lata Auntie, because she was, we were family friends. Lata Auntie's family and our family, we were all very close, including Usha Auntie, Meena Auntie. And whenever Lata Auntie came to Mehboob Studio, even later on, when Dad used to work a little less comparatively, for a recording of Lakshmi Pyare or anybody else. So she used to always come home for lunch. She used to call up my mother and tell her, कि भाभी आज lunch आपके यहाँ. तो हफ्ते में 3 दिन तो उनका lunch हमारे यहाँ होता था, फिर आराम करती थी थोड़ा time, and then she used to go back to Petalwood. So I was lucky that she came for my namkaran and named me Lata. Lata Auntie named me Milind Madhav. I never used the Madhav, but I used Milind. And as Anand rightly pointed out somewhere, that it was very thoughtful because she rhymed the names. She knew Anand is there, and Anand and Milind. So अगर कल को इन लोग संगीतकार जोड़ी बनते हैं तो सुनने में अच्छा लगेगा, Anand Milind.
Wow, amazing. हम जरूर आपसे जानना चाहेंगे about the lovely experience you've had in the industry. If you would just like to speak to everyone.
Well, great experience in the industry. We started off in 1982. On 19th of October 1982, again, Lata Auntie came and blessed us with the first song recording of our life. This was for a movie called Ab Aayega Maza, directed by Pankaj Prashar, who also happened to stay on 14th Road, the road we used to live on. He was our neighbor, a couple of buildings away, one building away. And the producers were Alok Nath and Girija Shankar, the actors. And it had Farooq Sheikh and Anita Raj. So पहला गाना गाने के लिए Lata Auntie came and blessed us. This was, I remember the date, 19th of October 1982 in famous Tardev. The song was Raja Tere Raste Se Hat Jaungi, Gaadi Ke Niche Jaake Kat Jaungi. It was picturized on Anita Raj, the heroine. So our journey started from then. The film was released in 1984, and we did approximately, I think we did 6 films up till 1986-87. The 7th movie of ours was Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak, which was our first success. And that got us into the limelight, because after QSQT, there was no looking back. Producers kept coming to us to sign us left, right, and center. And by the time it was 88, 89, 90, we already had about 100 movies in hand. So right up till about almost 95, 97, that whole period of 7, 8 years, 10 years, we were doing about 100 movies. Ek samay par. So there were like 20 new movies launched, 20 films ready for release, and about 40 films in different stages of production. And we also hold a record कि in those years, I think 2 साल ऐसा हुआ था कि 1 year हम लोग की कुछ 28 फिल्म रिलीज हुई थी और 1 साल 24 फिल्म रिलीज हुई थी. So even if say 24 films releasing in a year, it's like 2 films releasing in a month. And God has been kind, because even after that, Dil, Beta, Anadi, all these films did well. Coolie number 1, Hero number 1, Dulle Raja, Janwar, etc. So we got to do a big variety of movies. We started off with romantic subjects, then we went on to the typical Govinda films, in which people say item numbers होते हैं. मैं तो रास्ते से जा रहा था, मैं तो भेल पूरी खा रहा था, and all that. Those are more difficult to compose, because basically I think Anand and me both prefer nice romantic numbers, like the ones we did in QSQT, Dil, or Lal Dupatta Malmal Ka, Sangeet, Anadi, all these movies. But of course, you have to be versatile in the industry, and we enjoyed doing whatever kind of music we had to do, all different genres of music. And in these many years, we completed almost like 250 films we composed for. So the journey has been great. Even right now in the lockdown, I always say this, that we've got our own setup at home and we've composed some of the best of our lives. Maybe because of the lockdown, kahin jana aana nahi hai. So, working all day, working from home. Has
And
Anand joined?
one more thing which I want to say is that we joined the industry at such a time when music was dominating and it was all about music. I think we were extremely lucky. Maybe because of Kayamat Se Kayamat Tak, that trend started. A lot of romantic songs. If you remember in those days, today it's very difficult to find a single hit number. एक गाना hit हो जाता है तो people talk about it for months. But in those days, there used to be like 6 ke 6 gaane, all songs, big hits. And this trend went on till I think 2000 passed. उसके बाद फिर धीरे-धीरे then the trend.
Yeah, but Anand, if you remember when QSQT was released, उसके पहले वो सब फिल्में बन रही थी, Disco Dancer and more of action movies and all. And somewhere down the line, people were saying romantic movies and melody and poetry have taken a back seat. So people credit us to get back melody and poetry from QSQT. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, मतलब people credit us. And I think rightly so, because after that, a lot of romantic films were made and a lot of melody people got to hear and good poetry as well. But somewhere down the line, what Anand is saying is true again. In the later years, like 2007-8 onwards, फिर से शोर शराबा शुरू हो गया है and that kind of thing. And a lot of people approach us and tell us, why don't you all do something like QSQT and change the whole trend? For that, you need the right movie, the right director, the right producer. सही वक्त पर सही अगर कोई project launch हो, तो of course you can do wonders even today.
And especially with private albums picking up. I mean, the trend is now changing. It's shifting from films. There are so many platforms available. So you can experiment now. Previously, that wasn't the case.
Exactly. And there's been so much of technical advance that songs are made on a computer now. Like Anand and me sit on a MacBook Pro and we've installed Logic, which is a software. It's a studio, it's everything in it. You can have drums, tabla, violins, whatever you want to record. But whenever we go to the studio with our program, we still prefer calling a few musicians and doing it to give the acoustic flavor, to give the soul to it, to give the human touch to it, which is missing nowadays.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I definitely want to know, you said, all the songs of QSQT, all the 6 songs were a super hit. Usually, the trend nowadays is, except for the very renowned filmmakers like Sanjay Leela Bhansali sir, who would really want every song as a hit. Most of them would just want that one song, to be focused on just because, they want the song film to be a hit, of course, because of the song and it becomes known. So I want to know what really gets into it to make every song of that film super hit, chahe wo Beta ho, Dil ho, yeah, all the films of Govinda sir ho. So what is it, Milind and Anand sir, that really gets into this to make every song of that particular one film super hit?
See, I want to elaborate on one point. कि उस वक्त ऐसा होता था कि पूरी फिल्म एक ही संगीतकार करता था. Like if we are doing QSQT, no one else will step in. We are doing it. We are going to record all the songs of it. And we also did the whole background score of it, which was brilliant. I think QSQT's background was really good. And most of the other films, including Dil, सारे गाने हमारे background score हमारे. Somewhere in the late 90s or around that period, there came into fashion in the industry of having multiple lyric writers. तो ऐसा होता था कि एक संगीतकार, one music composer and 2 writer, 3 writer, 4 writer, हर गाने के लिए एक नया writer. 2000 के बाद वो around 2000 I think, if I'm not mistaken, एक और बहुत इससे भी बुरा trend हो गया कि taking multiple composers. Yeah, this started around 1996-97. I wouldn't like to name anybody, but I was called for a film in which he said there'll be 2 songs of yours and two songs of other composers. So So I said, okay, I'll go home, go to the music room, talk to Anand and get back to you. We never went back. And that was an A-grade film with 2 top heroes because we didn't want to share the credit. There's no harm in sharing credit, but when we got involved with movies, all the movies that we did all the songs and we did all the background score. So each movie was like a baby. And if you're just doing one song in a film, your responsibility is zero. Your responsibility is only to that song. So this multiple music director का जो trend शुरू हुआ, ये I think is not a good thing because you do a film, you get involved, you listen to the script, you know what your characters are, you plan your whole film music accordingly, and 4-5 जो गाने करते हो, अगर variety भी देते हो तो it belongs to a family. और अगर 5 composer 5 जगह अगर गाने करेंगे तो there's no family, there's no continuity, there's no connectivity to music. What do you say, Anand?
Yeah, and especially nowadays, because we've got so many friends, so many youngsters who have been doing music, they tell us that there is no narration of the subject. I mean, that's really shocking. The director and the producer, they call them up and say, give us a few tunes and give us that hook line which will click. So what is the story? Usse aapko kya karna hai? That's not the way, I mean, any professional work can be done. Unless there is involvement, you cannot put in your best. Line. You should know the background, you should know what song you're recording for which situation, who are the characters, what is their language. There's so many, so much of detailing, which is
and
missing.
There's one more trend which started, Anand and Simran, is making a bank of music, which was started by one well-known record company. So that person used to make a bank of music where he used to ask composers to just compose songs और हर एक composer का 10-20 गाने collect करता था. उसके बाद कोई भी अगर उसके पास producer आया तो हाँ तुम ये गाना ले लो, तुम ये गाना ले लो. Whether it suits the situation or not, they don't bother.
So
because
today exactly the same.
Better than us.
Today exactly the same thing is happening. If somebody comes to us, he'll say send 5 songs or 10 songs or send your bank, and we'll select and put them wherever we feel. So yeah, this sounds quite ridiculous.
Of course, there are some
fitting it somewhere. How can you fit anything somewhere?
But of course, there are some common situation like romantic गाने होते ही हैं film में. So if you make a nice romantic song, probably it could fit in. But जो एकदम typical situational होते हैं वो कभी fit नहीं करते हैं. या ऐसा भी होता है कि romantic गाना एकदम modern बनाया और कहानी देहात की है. It's a village story. So you should then make typically Indian tunes for it, Indian treatment for it. So I think making music for a film, knowing the script and the song situations and the characters is much better than just banking on your bank.
Absolutely. And
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, no, please go ahead. Vikas was also, wanting you to elaborate more on the current scenario, music scenario as well. And what do you think, from your perspective, is the current musical scenario in our Bollywood films?
See, there are a lot of talented composers today. But I always feel that, someone like Shankar Ehsaan Loy or Vishal Shekhar or Sajid Wajid, people who know their craft, they are bound to give you some good music. But then there are others who, just because they have a computer and वो पूरा system ही उल्टा हो गया. I always feel that you should have something in your mind. And as I told you all that day also, that you should use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. Nowadays, what happens, the trend which I am seeing is that they will search for some groove and then some bass line and, so many other things. Once they're happy, yeah, this is sounding nice, this tempo is good, then they start thinking about the tune. ये पूरा system ही उल्टा है. I mean, you cannot think of the interiors unless the building is constructed. कि हम इधर lampshade रखेंगे. What lampshade? I mean, the building is, it's not even on paper. So this mistake, I think many of these people are doing.
But
yeah.
I also feel that a lot of good composers are there, like Anand named Shankar Ehsaan Loy, Vishal Shekhar, Pritam. A lot of people are doing good work. but the number of films which are being made have multiplied. So there's a lot of quantity, a lot of content, and also the business of films is only Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's a weekend business. Whereas when we did a lot of movies in the early 90s and even mid 90s, we used to have proper theater release, and there were films which used to, most of our films are either silver jubilees, golden jubilees, or platinum or diamond jubilees and all. I remember Dil, for example. All these films used to complete jubilees in the main cinema, but Dil completed Jubilee in the main cinema, and it was the first film to complete Silver Jubilee 25 weeks run and houseful absolutely in Bandra Talkies in Bandra. So Bandra Talkies management called us and felicitated us कि ये 25 हफ्ता कोई भी फिल्म बैंड्रा टॉकीज में नहीं चली है. So उस जमाने में the business used to be 25 weeks, 50 weeks that way. Of course now again with the number of movies increased, number of theaters have increased, multiplex, and 9 बजे सुबह से लेके शुरू होता है, रात तक चलता है. But it's sometimes pathetic. Again, not wanting to name movies, a couple of new movies that I've gone to see before the pandemic in theaters. 10 आदमी, 12 आदमी. How will the economy work?
That fun is missing.
Theater, नहीं, even the economy side of it. Projection होता है, light होता है, staff होता है. अगर 10 आदमी एक फिल्म देख रहे हैं तो I don't think the economy can work. And the other factor is what Anand is saying कि हाउसफुल में देखते थे तो कोई कॉमेडी सीन हो तो पूरा हॉल हंस रहा है, कोई रोने का सीन आया तो लोग you can see people crying, you know, literally. And गाने में you can see people getting up and dancing or throwing coins. QSQT, when it was released in Getty Galaxy in Bandra, we used to go quite often because हम लोग को बहुत उस वक्त ये था कि अरे फिल्म कैसी चल रही है and all that. So when it was in the 7th, 8th and 10th week, I used to see National College and all these guys, boys and girls coming. They used to come inside the theater, go away, come inside the theater, go away. One day मैं inquisitive हुआ, मैंने पूछा तुम लोग जाते कहाँ हो, आते कहाँ से हो? तो बोले फिल्म तो 20 बार देख चुके हैं, अभी हम लोग सिर्फ अंदर आते हैं, गाना देखते हैं, फिर चले जाते हैं लेक्चर अटेंड करने. फिर हम लोग बंक मार के आते हैं और फिर हमको मालूम है इतने बजे दूसरा गाना आएगा. अभी पापा कहते हैं अभी है मेरे हमसफर आने वाला है, अभी गजब का दिन आने वाला है. So they used to just come to see songs. That was the craze.
Wow, I think absolutely. And this is what Mr. Yusuf Sheikh has just mentioned. Yusuf sir, bilkul sahi hai. That's really unfair to have 5 music directors, you know, in a single film. But I want to know what is really missing, you know, when you have multiple music directors is the soul. You know, you're all soulfully connected with the music, and that is how you get music which really connects hearts and soul. And I think this would definitely miss because, you know, bank hai, to you just making song for the sake of it. Would you like to say something on what Mr. Yusuf said?
सोल इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग. रूह जिसको बोलते हैं, रूह नहीं है तो कुछ नहीं है. और उसमें एक और प्रॉब्लम आता है कि सपोजिंग 5 people are doing a film. See, when we do a complete film, we know which song has been recorded. उसका टेम्पो क्या था, उसका सुर क्या था. So the second and third song we will try and make it different. So you will have a variety. Now today you don't know what the other person has recorded. So very often you see 2 songs clashing, very similar tempos, very similar surs. They sound very similar because एक आदमी नहीं कर रहा है, and each of them hasn't heard what the other guy has composed and given. And this is another very important point.
Involvement भी नहीं है. अगर एक कंपोजर एक गाना कर रहा है और 5 गाने 5 कंपोजर कर रहे हैं, तो जो एक गाना कर रहा है उसको लगता है पिक्चर चले नहीं चले, गाना चले नहीं चले, मेरा तो एक ही गाना है. I'm not going to be held responsible. If you are doing the whole film and the background, अगर हिट होती है तो हमको क्रेडिट भी मिलने वाला है, और अगर फ्लॉप होती है हमको गाली भी मिलने वाली है. So responsibility.
Yeah, so it's like and blame game. I've heard people saying that. How does it bother? How does it matter? If the film doesn't do well, then
what actually hurts is music is a passion, and music is something very sacred, and music is something जो you make heart and soul से बनता है. But unfortunately, I'm sorry to say this, that today music is a business. It's a business first, and passion and all that is backseat. Main thing is business. And the players who are in the market, including the record labels who used to buy music. Of course, now it's become digital. There's no CD sale and all that. But in right from late 80s onwards and the 90s, so the people who buy the music and release it on cassette, CDs, they say we know the market. So they will come and select music. They know marketing. They don't know the creative side of it. They shouldn't interfere. They should leave the creativity to the composer and the author, lyric writer. And for marketing, of course, we don't know marketing. So you do the marketing. That's where it became a business, you know.
So they've mixed commerce and art. Actually, they are supposed to be totally different departments. Commerce is different, art is different.
Very interesting. I think you spoke in this one small sentence, commerce and art should be both separate. And we have business entrepreneurs here who joined us, and of course artists also who are like, all because of love and passion that here. Thank you, Yusuf sir. Yusuf sir, definitely you can speak to us whenever you want. And we have our India Business Group Chamber of Commerce members and our guests also. Please feel free to ask us questions. You can have your questions in the chat box. But I want to definitely mention this aspect to everyone. The best of singers till date and the best of superstars even till date, including our Salman Khan, have really been awed by your fabulous work that you've done. And I definitely want to mention this. Most of the singers always say that we owe it all to Anand Milan. Sir, koi naye bande ko chance dena as a singer, or probably to even have a song on very known actors, they become superstars after your song. How risky was that at that point of time, because you've given chance to all the newcomers all the time?
See, we were always for trying new talent. हम लोग को बहुत मजा आता था उसमें. And when we used to hear out a singer, we knew exactly what is his or her range and tayari and everything. So it was only that when we were sure that this one is going to deliver, we would try that particular singer. And see, one thing which I always mention is that every singer has a different range, different texture, different voice modulation, different throw. That is the beauty of it. उसी से हमारा गाना भी नया लगता है. Jabki in those days, I remember, because the music labels had started dominating, we used to have big fights also. They were for tried and tested formula. कि ये गाना हाँ so and so. We used to tell them कि इसके बाहर भी बहुत talent है. See, today it's become very easy because there are so many platforms available, so they can showcase their talent, and you can hear them out on their demos or YouTube or wherever. उस ज़माने में ये था कि they used to come to the music room and just sing out a few lines and all that. And then we were confident and we were always for new talent. Like Abhijit, when he was singing, he sang most of the songs of Baghi, which was a Salman Khan starrer. I remember that. This is a very interesting incident. That's why I'd like to narrate it. The first two songs were sung by Amit Kumar. And then obviously he was supposed to sing all the songs from that film. And then we booked him for the third and fourth song, and the unit was going to Bangalore within 2 days or 3 days. So it was like today's the recording, and 1 day later the unit is going to Bangalore for the shoot. And there was some miscommunication or misunderstanding because I didn't speak to Amit directly. I spoke to his secretary or whoever.
I think I had booked him and his person had confirmed, but then he didn't turn up.
Yeah. So we were recording at this very lovely studio, Mehboob Studios, lovely sound. And we were doing 2 tracks that day. There were 2 songs. And every few minutes, the producer would ask me, what about the voice dub? So I said, yeah, he's coming. He'll come and dub both the songs, don't worry. ये सिलसिला चलता रहा. It became evening. And when it was past 5:30, then I am very cool and I never panic. So I started getting worried. I said, Amit is not come, and when we are dialing him, no one is picking up the phone. And बाद में पता चला कि he had left for Calcutta. He wasn't in Bombay. There was some miscommunication. Ultimately, Abhijit, he used to come and he had sung a few lines for us in some song sometime, some video song or something. He happened to come there. He was a struggler. He opened the door and just peeped. At the moment I saw him, I said, "Chalo, kaam ban gaya." So I called Abhijit and I told him that ye do gaane hain, put in your heart and soul. Because I knew that these songs are going to suit him. Put in everything. Come in the singer's booth, I'll rehearse you. But at the same time, I said these songs are going to be dubbed by Amit Kumar later on. It's better to be clear about everything. I never want to hurt anyone's feelings. It's wrong on our part. So he said, no problem. मेरे लिए तो practice हो जाएगा. Singing in such a big studio and with such a lovely orchestra and everything. So he practiced both the songs. He went on the mic. The moment he started singing, the producer gave me a thumbs up. And I knew that this guy has made it. And then there was a small meeting. I, the producer, director, Milind, all of us. And he said, ki, Anand, Milind, ये गाना डब करना है, मेरा मन नहीं बोल रहा. So I said, नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं करना है, जब इतना अच्छा गा ही रहा. So that is how he got his break. In fact, very jokingly.
Sure. You want to carry on?
Yeah, there's net problem, I think.
Sure. Yeah.
So I also come to another story where you were saying that we tried a lot of new voices. So when Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak was launched, the boy was absolutely raw and new. And even the girl, Juhi, she had just done one movie, Sultanat, which went unnoticed. So obviously when we are looking for voices for this young couple, we thought of fresh voices. We didn't think of the regular voices of that time. And we chose Udit and Alka.
Right.
So that, you know, आवाज नहीं लगे और उनको सूट. और इसमें ऐसा हो जाता है कि उदित singing for Amir was like hand in glove. And after that, later on movies also, Udit became the voice of Amir. Just like yesterday, Mukesh ji was the voice of Raj Kapoor. So it happens, you know. Or Rafi Saab was voice of everybody, but Shammi Kapoor especially. So a lot of these singers started off with us. Udit, Alka, Abhijit in Bagi.
Right.
Quite a few of them. And even the heroes, most of their first film was done by us, including Amir Khan for QSQT. Bagi was one of Salman's first films. Akshay's first film, Deedar, was done by us. Shah Rukh Khan's first movie was Dil Ashna Hai with Hema Malini. That was done by us. Karishma Kapoor's first film was Prem Kaidi. That was done by us. So they all started off with us.
Wow. Milind, I want to know एक बहुत ही important सवाल जो हम सब सोचते हैं. You all know beforehand that this is the song, ये super hit होने वाला है, and this is how the entire music industry, everyone speaks. You know, ये song तो super hit बना देगा, film को भी super hit बना देगा. What is that one important thing आपके हिसाब से which is there in the song? You know, of course, we spoke about the soul, but आपको कैसे पता चलता है कि ये song hit होने वाला है, ये song नहीं चलने वाला है? How do you get to know beforehand? Also, at the same time, will you share with us some experience where you thought ये song तो super hit होने वाला है, but probably it was not liked by the masses, if there's any song?
So, answering the first part of your question, I contradict this totally. Because कौन सा गाना चलेगा और कौन सी फिल्म चलेगी, ये कोई नहीं जानता है. शायद भगवान ही जानता है ऊपर. कई फिल्में ऐसी हम लोग के लाइफ में एक्सपीरियंस ऐसा हुआ जो देख के हम लोग को लगा कि यार ये तो फिल्म रोकने से रुक नहीं सकती, उतरेगी नहीं. एक फिल्म में हमने बड़ी मेहनत की थी, गाने सब बहुत अच्छे थे, photography was excellent, direction was excellent, Mukul Anand, and background score was very good. And I thought this is a really big film and it will do big business. It was Mahasangram. Now that film didn't do well at the box office. Again, coming back to our first success, Qayamat Se Qayamat, when we made these songs, we didn't know that they'll become a rage. We knew कि अच्छा गाना बनाए, क्योंकि हर गाना जो हम बनाते हैं, every song is like our own baby, और हम लोग equal मेहनत करते हैं. और फिल्म में भी डायरेक्टर उतना ही मेहनत करता है, और अगर कोई बोले कि मुझे मालूम है कौन सा गाना चलेगा और कौन सी फिल्म चलेगी, तो दैट प्रोड्यूसर, डायरेक्टर और दैट कंपोजर फॉर दैट मैटर will never give flops, they'll give only hits because they know कौन सा गाना सक्सेसफुल होने वाला है. तो कई बार ये होता है, this what you concluded with that question, कि कई बार ये होता है कि हम लोग सोचते हैं कि ये गाना चलेगा, नहीं चला, और हम लोग सोचते हैं गाना नहीं चलेगा और बहुत चला, ये भी होता है. But a lot of things in India also ना depend on your AV. India is not a country, now we are coming into that कि सिर्फ ऑडियो सुन के भी लोग पसंद करते हैं, but everything needs a video to it, a picture to it. A classic example is Lal Dupatta Malmal ka, in which there was that super hit song of ours, Kya Karte The Sajna Tum Humse Dur Reh Ke, which we performed all over the world in our shows as well. Now that song became a major hit, and Lal Dupatta, the album was the highest selling album of those times. Later on, T-Series decided to make it into a video film, and they made it into Lal Dupatta Malmal ka, small video film. They made a sequel to it also. Actually, the sales plummeted. The sales went down after the release of the video because people didn't like. They thought कि ये गाने तो इतने अच्छे हैं कि ये पिक्चराइज भी किसी सुपर डुपर हीरो पे होंगे, and बहुत अच्छा पिक्चराइज होगा, and they were all new stars in it, in Lal Dupatta Malmal ka. So basically, who sings your song is also very important. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि अच्छा गाना है लेकिन आर्टिस्ट पसंद नहीं किए लोग, तो वो गाना उतना ऊपर नहीं आ पाता है. कई बार ऐसा है कि एवरेज गाना होता है, मगर शाहरुख खान गा रहा है या आमिर खान गा रहा है तो वो हिट हो जाता है. यू नो, दीज आर ऑल बेसिक स्मॉल थिंग्स इन द इंडस्ट्री.
Yeah, but one thing, let me add. When Kayamat Se Kayamat was complete and all the music was done, so in those days we used to have trial shows for the distributors, so that they buy the film and then the exhibitors book the theaters and release them. Will you all believe it? There were normally 3-4 trial में ऐसी film, all India closed, the business is done and the film is released. This film had about 100 trials, and the reason was to be shocking. Every distributor, the seasoned guys who knew, who used to claim that they know कि ये film चलेगी, इसका music ऐसा है, ये 15 week की film है, ये 25, because of their experience. They used to tell Nasir Hussain, the producer, that the film is good, but 2 very weak points in the film. ये हमने अपने कान से सुना हुआ है और देखा हुआ है. That's why I'm sharing it with you all. First point, your hero won't run because he's too short. And the second point, your music is very weak. This
Not
music,
weak. They used to use this word, Anand. Music बहुत ठंडा है.
ठंडा है. ये music तो चल ही नहीं सकता. And there were 100 trials, and you can imagine the disappointment which we went through. In fact, I, Milind, we sat down one day and we decided कि चलो now let's get कोई job वॉब ढूंढते हैं. ये अगर ये पिट गई तो फिर तो nothing is going to happen. I mean, there is no question. And Nasir Hussain was forced to release the film through his own office in many of the territories. After that, that became a very big plus point because all the money came to his house. But this has actually happened. So, I mean, who can judge कि क्या चलने वाला, क्या नहीं चलने वाला? We can just work hard and leave it. That's all.
I think this is unbelievable. We were unaware of this, that even Kayamat Se Kayamat music ko agar, the experience people were doubting, then I think, yes, it's really all destiny. And I would also like to mention this to everyone, since Anand sir has mentioned, we have a lot of questions by Raj, by the way, we're going to go to them. But Anand sir, since you've already mentioned about Aamir Khan sir, I want to mention this to everyone, that how did Aamir come into films was also very, very interesting. And once again, I'm going to request Anand in 2 minutes if he's going to say that, how did Aamir Khan enter films? Please, Anandji.
Okay, I'll narrate that interesting story. When Kayamat Se Kayamat was launched, I mean, first we worked on the music, and then he was doing the casting. So every time we used to ask him, couple of songs were composed, third song was in the making. So we used to ask him, who's playing the lead? We want to know who's going to sing all these songs. Gazab Ka Hai Din and Hai Mere Humsafar and whatever. So the director Mansoor, he used to always tell us कि अभी वो फादर के रोल के लिए उसको साइन किया है, अभी वो ग्रैंडपा के रोल के लिए उसको साइन किया. I said, yeah, that's fine, but who's going to play the lead? He said, we haven't zeroed down on anyone. We'll come to someone. Auditioning is going on. This went on for quite some time, and we were really getting impatient. कि कम से कम तस्वीर तो दिखाओ कौन गाने वाला है ये गाने. One day it so happened that I went to Mansoor's bungalow in Pali Hill. I and Milind were sitting and discussing the next song situation and all that. And Amir was actually working with them, helping them out in so many things, because first cousin, he was involved in the film in that way, scripting and this and that, dialogues. He used to sit for the story sessions and all that. Suddenly he knocked and came inside. And he spoke to Mansoor. Unka koi kuch baat thi, I don't remember. And then he left. So मुझे brain wave आया. I said, Mansoor, आप इधर उधर सारी दुनिया देख रहे हो. Why didn't you take this guy? So he said, who, Amir? My cousin. So I said, yeah. And he just looked at me and gave me a very strange expression. And Milind also noticed, he started laughing. तो मैंने बोला हमने कुछ गलत बोला क्या? I said, I think he's fit for this role. He's good looking and करेगा वो, बहुत अच्छा करेगा. Then I said कि नहीं इसको बोलना नहीं चाहिए क्योंकि हंस रहा है हम लोग के ऊपर. After around 6 or 7 days, then Mansoor came to our music room and he said, अरे Anand Milind, that day you all were suggesting someone ना, हमने इस role के लिए उसी को sign कर लिया. So that was, I mean,
Wonderful. What a vision and what an eye you had. Raj would like to know that how much is director's brief involved besides the situation and the genre of the film? How much does a director contribute to songs?
A good director contributes to the song, and a bad one does the opposite of it. Now, I quote two directors we worked with. Pankaj Prashar, we did with Ab Aayega Maza, Jalwa, Karamchand on the television, other films as well. Now, Pankaj is very musical. He keeps playing the keyboard, and when he used to come to a house, us zamane mein piano khol ke bajata tha and all that. He didn't learn music, but he has a little of that inborn talent. और rhythm डालेगा, कुछ programming करेगा. तो पंकज का म्यूजिक देखिए हमेशा अच्छा हुआ. Mansoor Khan is a director who plays the drums. He knows a bit of the guitar. He can play a bit of piano. We used to jam together. I still remember कि QSQT के time में जब पार्टियां होती थी शाम को, तो Mansoor used to be on the drums, I used to be on guitar, Anand on keyboard, and we used to perform songs like "Hello" by Lionel Richie and all the hits of those times. So Mansoor has been very musical. See, his selection of music has always been very good. Then there are directors who are not musicians or who cannot play an instrument or something, but they can select good music. They go by the ear. सुन के इन लोगों को लगता है कि हाँ ये अच्छा लग रहा है सुनने में. This is apt for me or my situation for my film, and this is not good. They also manage to give hit films. कुछ डायरेक्टर ऐसे होते हैं जिनको बिल्कुल ही पता नहीं रहता है, and they look at their assistants and other people in the music room की क्या रिएक्शन दे. तो बेसिकली घूम फिर के कंपोजर के ऊपर भी बहुत कुछ होता है कि अगर हम तीन मुखड़े बनाए एक सिचुएशन के लिए, so you know what we feel is the best for that situation, we are apt for that situation, we try to push that. So it all depends.
Very often we've got the situations changed. It is like, I mean, not necessary कि जो वो सोच के आया है उसी पे गाना हम बनाएंगे. If we don't like a situation and we feel that we cannot give a good song, it's not proper. So we get the situation changed. And as Milind said, अगर duffer director है, duffer in the sense musically. So there are some who don't interfere. They leave it to the composer. You do your best. We have faith in you. तब तो काम अच्छा होता है. But then there are some, क्योंकि music क्या है कि, as someone had pointed out recently, everybody feels कि we know music, सिर्फ music director को नहीं मालूम है, उनको बताना पड़ता है ये चाहिए. If they start asserting, then the work can really get spoiled.
Interference spoils it, and interference from too many people spoils it further. बिकॉज पहले 60s में जब हमारे फादर कंपोज करते थे, चित्रगुप्त जी एंड ऑल, तो कोई सुनता नहीं था. They used to compose and they used to record. Directors had faith in them. Somewhere around 70s and 80s ये सिटिंग और ये सब शुरू हुआ, और एक एक सिचुएशन पे दो दो तीन तीन मुखड़े बनाओ, ट्यून्स बनाओ, सुनाओ, सिलेक्शन होगा. All this started. That's where it started getting spoiled. So besides the director, then producers were involved, and then later on heroes got involved. They used to come for music sittings, and then music companies got involved. So too many cooks spoil the broth.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Sure. What is the step-by-step method you follow for a song? And what are the ingredients you use to make sure that the song is great?
I didn't get you.
So Raj would like to know, what is the step-by-step method you follow to create a song, और कौन सी वो ingredients हैं to make a great song?
See, the first step is listening to the subject of the film. अगर subject आपको inspire किया तो गाना अच्छा बनेगा. I remember Anand Bakshi साहब once telling me कि मिलिंद, जो subject अच्छा होता है उसमें inspiration अपने आप मिलता है और गाने अपने आप अच्छे बनते हैं. और जो डायरेक्टर आके बोलता है यार मेरा सब्जेक्ट ये है, मेरे को 5 गाने चाहिए, एक रोमांटिक गाना, एक छेड़छाड़ का गाना, एक आइटम गाना, 2 ऐसे गाने, बोला उसका म्यूजिक कभी अच्छा नहीं बनता है. So the subject has to inspire you first. Like when we heard QSQT, we loved the subject very much. Or even Anadi for that matter, or all the Govinda starers and all. तो सब्जेक्ट अच्छा लगता है तो अपने आप गाने अच्छे बनते हैं. और गाने हम लोग दोनों तरीके से बनाते हैं. I would like to share this with our audience today. One is you make the tune first. So you hum any tune like da ra 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 ra, and then you make the writer write on it. And Majroo Saab comes and writes Gazab ka hai din socho zara. The other way is the writer gives you a mukhda, words, and then you compose a tune on it. So ये भी बहुत बार किए हम लोग. And we are comfortable working both the ways. Now here there are writers like Majroo Sultanpuri, great writers they were, who could write the best on meter of a song. This Anand share this Gazab Ka Hai Din. Just hum the cross line and see how he wrote it. So difficult to write. Is Anand there?
Yeah, once. So when we were composing this song, इसका meter actually बहुत टेढ़ा मेढ़ा है. We made something which we really liked, and then what was the sur? Yeah. तो इसका मीटर देखिए सुनने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है मगर बहुत टेढ़ा मेढ़ा है. डा 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 रा डा 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 रा डा डा रा डा डा रा रा. It's not straight. So when we gave Majroo Saab the meter, Majroo Saab is one writer, I think उससे better meter पे कोई लिखता ही नहीं है. Absolutely to the dot. So I and Milind and Mansoor we used to wonder कि ये क्या लिख के लाएंगे ऐसे ट्यून पे. हो सकता है बोले क्या बनाया तुम लोग ने, कुछ और सोचो. He used to always wonder. And then he came the next day and he said, यूं सोचा है जरा लिखो. So I wrote, गजब का है दिन देखो जरा रा री रे. It's lagging Milind. तुम हो अकेले हम हैं अकेले मजा आ रहा है कसम से. I think इससे बेहतर शब्द इस ट्यून पे आ ही नहीं सकते. And as Milind will tell you all, it's a dialogue form of writing.
Yeah, Simran, this is very interesting. You know, Majroo Saab sat and said कि ये गाना देखो बेटा मैंने लिखा है और ये डायलॉग फॉर्म ऑफ राइटिंग है. मुखड़े में डायलॉग फॉर्म ऑफ राइटिंग मैंने ही इंट्रोड्यूस किया था. right from CAT, Cat Mane Billi, and all those old songs that he had done. So he's saying, see, each line is a dialogue. Ghazab ka hai din, socho zara, ye deewanapan, dekho zara, tum bhi akele, hum bhi akele, maza aa raha hai, kasam se. So these are all dialogues. And when you sing it, it's a song.
Wow. And it's very, very touchy to everyone's hearts. And we'll take this last question. And we really want to get into your musical zone. I think you're like capturing all of us, all our hearts into your musical arena. And we don't want to get out of it. It's difficult for me to ask you this question because I'm still in that beautiful thought procedure of Gazab Ka Hai Dil. Okay, so how do you see the OTT platforms as avenues for music? And can we see Anand Milind in new avatar? This is what Deepak would like to know. OTT platforms, mein.
Yeah, I think it's a great platform. Definitely. It wasn't existing when we started off. Nothing better than this. And as Milind told you in the beginning, especially during these COVID times, everybody is restricted to their homes or whatever. And we are coming out with some of our best tunes. We've programmed so many songs. I think 200-300-400 gaane ho gaye honge. So definitely, you all should all look forward, and we will. And I'm sure one thing which I can say is that they are going to be different from what we had made, composed, keeping with the times, but with a lot of melody. वो एक चीज है जो हम छोड़ेंगे नहीं.
Wow.
Yeah,
And I hope you all will love them.
we'll definitely work for the OTT platform because I think it's coming up. It's really getting
Big-
very popular
big
by the
time.
day. And looks like the future of the world will be more of OTT platform than movies in theaters. That's what it looks like as of now.
Sure. Thank you. And, I have a special treat for all our members of India Business Group Chamber of Commerce and our guest. As, Anand mentioned this beautiful sentence, it's always about the arts and commerce, which can never gel together. So as I said, I'm coming to the start of the program, the start of our beautiful webinar here with Anand Milind sir, where I said, that this is what happened. So just last week, we had this wondrous session. So we have, kids, who are at the age group of 7 to 8 years, and they're meeting after 5 or 6 decades. And, when they're sitting together across the table, one of them are legends in the music fraternity, the arts field, and one of them is a legend in the commerce arena, our business guru. You might have guessed it by now. And this was the punchline where Anand said, oh, we were both probably, staying in the same arena in Khar. Then probably you would be knowing Bhartu and Bholu. And guess what must have happened? Our business guru, Mr. Vikash Mitasen, says, yes, that's right. Bholu is me. So
Yeah.
let me tell you all that this was a proper Bollywood film scenario. So now I can really trust when, people meet after years together, how it happens, because this happened in front of my eyes and was the most hilarious and forever loving moment I can ever have in my life.
This
Where Mr. Vikash Mitasen and Anand Milind were childhood friends playing cricket together. And we had the entire interview. We knew about each other's lives, but they had no idea that they were friends once upon a time. And here,
yes.
I'm going to request Mr. Vikash Mitasen, what is your say on this? We couldn't stop laughing. So maybe please introduce, I'm so sorry, Bolu, Honorary Consul General of the Republic of Mali, and our business guru, Mr. Vikash Mitasen.
When this happened, this was such a pleasant shock.
Yeah.
Since we were neighbors, and I had a large bungalow, so the entire Khar boys used to play cricket every day in my bungalow. And so these friends were also there. Somehow I didn't recognize them when we met online. When I said that I come from Mitasen house, and they said we are 4 buildings away. And then they said we used to come to that Mitasen house every day for 10 years or so. But we didn't know you. How come? I said, why? I would live there. They said, no, but we knew one Bholu and Bhartu. So Bholu is me. It's a name that I have also forgotten.
Oh,
What a pleasant thing that was.
absolutely. मेरे तो उस दिन रोंगटे खड़े हो गए
Yeah.
याद करके. And सब common friends बचपन के हमारे.
Yeah, then we raked up, we forgot that interview.
And
And
of
we
course,
started talking about our friends of those times.
and it's delayed due to pandemic, but we are dying to meet you and get back
Yeah, we are.
old memories.
So Jan end of Feb, we are meeting for dinner.
Pakka, pakka.
And I can't wait to meet you guys.
Same here.
Wow. We've
Yeah.
had such a lovely session, a lovely webinar.
I would
And
also like to, Simran, mention about our academy, because
yes,
now,
please, that's important. That's important.
yeah, we've been teaching music to people, giving back what we got in music. So our academy is called Anand Milan's Academy of Music, and it uh, completes almost 3 years. So we were teaching in Hiranandani Gardens in Powai, and then during lockdown we've gone online, and now we have students all over the world. Like last week we had an enrollment from Dubai. A young girl with a beautiful voice has joined Hindustani vocal singing. We've got a student learning guitar from Scotland. So we are doing well in this pandemic times. Of course, online. So we teach guitar, we teach keyboard, piano, we teach Hindustani vocal singing, Western vocal singing, flute, harmonica, etc. So I would like to take this opportunity amongst all friends today who are with us, that any of you wants to enroll for yourselves, for your spouses, or for the children, you're always welcome. All the details are there on the site. I've also sent my flyers around. So please do get back to us if you all wish to learn any kind of music, whether
And
vocals.
what is the age limit?
Age is
From 4 years, from 4 years to absolute, you can be 70, 80, doesn't matter.
Simran, yeah, we've got Simran, we've got, you know it better. We've
I
got
know it.
students, we know we've got students from 5 till about 75, 80. और मैं इसमें बहुत ही एक खराब बात बोलता हूँ, कोई पूछता है कि एज ग्रुप क्या है, तो ऐसे 5 until death you can learn music.
इसलिए मैंने कहा 70 plus हो तो भी it's fine. But
Yeah,
I
one-
did to mention my experience too, and I've been very fortunate to be a part of Anand Milan, the Academy
Yes,
of
absolutely,
Music,
absolutely.
and very, very lucky, in fact, to learn music from the legends. So I think it's a definite must, and especially now at this point of time when we are having virtual sessions, you know, which was the need of the hour, but it's been phenomenal because you can stay at your doorstep, at your place, and still learn and have great sessions. It's every music instrument as well as vocals from our legends themselves, Anand Milan. Yes, Milan, please go ahead.
No, I said, and we are also lucky that you inaugurated our session in HIL. So you've been very lucky, as always.
Yeah, and thank you, because I've been very lucky to having learned, you know, the little bit music, whatever time I get, and of course, I'm going to request all of you. So we have people who've asked for your numbers. We're going to share the artwork in the group as well, and please feel free to share it with all your loved ones because this is the biggest opportunity where you get to learn by the legends themselves. And thank you very much. Absolutely a pleasure for us to have you here. I'm going to take this opportunity of thanking our CEO, Ms. Priya Pansare, for this wondrous opportunity of getting to know the entire music arena, and of course, our business guru, Mr. Vikash Mitra, the founder of India Business Group. And also, humble thanks to you, Sheikh sir, Girish, Siddhi, and Sujata. Humble thanks to each and every one of you. Thank you very much. Wishing you all in advance greetings of the season. And Christmas is down the corner. It's time for us to really celebrate. At the same time, be very smart as far as commerce is concerned. And as far as arts is concerned, we have the legends here. Think it over and always try and balance both so that you could be the best version of yourself. Humble thanks to you and see you soon.